played around with this piece yesterday. I played around with a bunch of colors. I didn't record any of it as far as like on this side, so check out my Facebook or Instagram. I made a cute little reel. But I painted the whole thing in Kissing Booth by DIY Paint. And I don't know if to do a second coat of Kissing Booth or to just go ahead and play around with the colors. So I'm gonna change my clothes and keep going.
Okay, I'm just pouring in some Cowgirl Coral by DIY Paint, some more Kissing Booth by DIY Paint, and I had Buttercream by Dixie Belle on the tray already. Listen, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm just playing as I go. This is not how it's gonna turn out. You're gonna see that this took a whole different turn and you're gonna be like, what the hell, Francesca? Like, why'd you do that? But anyways, I'm just playing. Sometimes you just have to play with your pieces. Sometimes you have a vision in mind and the brush takes you somewhere else. So enjoy. All right, this is what I've got going on. Let's look at this dresser. My goodness. Do you see all that? That's crazy. I kind of don't want to work on this now. But anyway, these are the drawers. So I want to work on that and that dresser. But they spray painted it. So I'm going to see if I can take that off. These are our next projects. So one of the downfalls about having ADHD is that, at least for me, oh, butterfly, my God, I got scared. I thought it was a wasp. There's like so many wasps around here. Anyways, one of the downfalls about having ADHD and doing what I do is that when something requires a lot of work, I don't want to do it because I just want to paint. And so if a task takes me too long to get to painting, then I lose interest and or I get bored, and then I don't want to do it because I know it's gonna take me too long. So then I just wait until I feel like it, and so everything takes longer, and that's what I'm trying not to do. My intention is to reach a point where I can actually buy good pieces of furniture. All I got to do is paint them, and not have to do anything to them or very too little work to do to them because it's hot. And anyways, I get bored. I get bored and all I want to do is paint. I feel like a little kid. I just want to paint. Like for instance, this table, we got it for free, but then it's wobbly, and I'm sure I just got to tighten up the screws and whatnot, but you know, that just takes time. And then this piece, my mom brought it to me, and it's nice and it has potential, but I don't want to go through all that. And then I don't know if you can see right there, but it's broken. And sure, I can make a mold for it and you know, make it out of wood filler and whatnot, and then the other leg I can just pop back in with some wood glue and nails. But I was gonna do that, and I even took out the hot glue, the wood glue that was like really dried up, but just don't want to deal with it now. So now I'm just gonna clean it and take it all apart and then use the bits of pieces as something else because I don't want to restore it. Okay, in case you're wondering, I have not done anything with that little table that you saw on the floor. It's still there. I kind of don't want to take it apart anymore, and I kind of want to throw it away, but you know, my conscience is not letting me. And as far as the patio table, it's still in my lanai. I haven't painted it, and it's been at least a week or so by the time you see this video. So yeah, that's ADHD for you, but it's okay. It's okay because I've got other things going on. We're trying out homeschool, so it's just everything gets done when it gets done and how it gets done, and I've made peace with that. So if you're in that same situation of any kind, just go easy on yourself. It's okay. There's no time limit on anything. Unless there is, then maybe prioritize that. But if there's not, just do what works for you and your family and your brain. That makes sense. So as you see here, I'm just filling in and filling out, and what I'm trying to do is create like a lightness in the middle, like highlighting as if you're highlighting your face, and then just going in with the dark at the end. So I put buttercream in between, and then I put the Cowgirl Coral, and then I'm going in with Kissing Booth. And again, I have no sense of direction of what I'm doing here. I am just putting paint on this piece, and stay tuned because it's gonna look completely different. Don't be mad. Just go with it. Go with what your intention no. Go with what your intuition is telling you to do. Okay? Regardless of the outcome. Just trust it. Just trust it. It will never steer you wrong. Okay, this is how it's looking. It's half wet, half dry, so it kind of looks a little bit different. And you ready? I bet you weren't expecting that, huh? Me neither. Honestly, this is not what I had in mind. What I honestly had in mind was to paint the whole thing Kissing Booth, add some Cowgirl Coral, and then do like not splattered blues, but like if it were old. So yeah, I still don't know where that piece is going. So, but I had to move on and create some things fall-like for my booth because it was kind of bare. So I used DIY paint. I believe this is Summer Crush. And I had these burlap leaves around. So I was like, well, let me just shush them up and give them some dimension. So I'm like dry brushing technically at this point. And then I did the same thing with Rusty Red, I think it is, by Dixie Belle. And then I used Caviar, I think, by Dixie Belle as well, and give it some dimension, let's say. And I bought these pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. And I know they were already white, but do you ever feel like if you didn't do something, then you just didn't do it? Like, even though you're going to add something to it, if you didn't do it completely, like 100% from the start, then it's not yours. Or is that just me? I don't know. Because this was already white. But in my defense, there were some like scuffs on it. So anyway, I went in with buttercream by Dixie Belle. And I only gave it one coat, I believe. Because I think that's all it really needed. Because then, as you're going to see soon, I'm going to go in with some stamps. And then these orange ones, I went in with DIY paint Summer Crush. Yep, Summer Crush. I love these. And then the whole thing again with Dixie Belle. And this is Rusty, whatever that was. And I'm barely going in. All I want to do is just give it some dimension. So I'm like dry brushing, kind of. But not really, because the paint is kind of wet. But anyway, you get what I mean. And I'm just giving it some dimension. I'm not doing anything crazy to it. I did put these up for like sale or whatever, because I've learned that anything in your booth should be up for sale unless it's like actual display. So I didn't do it with the intention of selling them, but if they do, that's great. And one of the white ones sold, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, and I got these because they were ceramic. They also had foam ones, but if I can do ceramic, that's exactly what I'll do. So anyways, here I go with a rusty nail, Rusty Red. I don't know the name of it. And yeah, it's just repetitive from now on. So enjoy. Okay, now for the fun and tricky part. So I got this ink pad at Michael's, and I have these stamps from IOD, and that was my vision. I wanted a white pumpkin with that like blue china look to it. So I was like, well, I could use my stamps. And this was very tricky because you know that once you put down your stamps, you can't move it. And there's a lot of curves to this. So you're going to see how this turns out. This was a lot of fun, but it was very, very tricky. But I do love a good challenge. So I enjoyed the process. But look at that. What? Of course, if your stamps are bigger, it's going to, look different. But I like it because it's not perfect. And it's, like up into interpretation, let's say. And one of them sold. So obviously that was good. And then I sealed the orange pumpkins with Big Top by DIY paint. And I sealed the pumpkins with wax because I didn't want the ink to smear. Although it shouldn't because it's supposed to be permanent ink, but you never know. And I didn't want to have to redo the whole thing again. So that's what I did. So I'm curious, do you guys have a booth? Have you guys thought about having a booth space? Are you guys vendors of any kind? What are you up to? What do you do with your DIYs? Do you just do it for fun, for your home, to give away, to give as gifts? I don't know. What do you guys do? Because this has really been a journey. It's been a huge, large, learning curve and experience, and I like it and I don't like it when I'm not selling, but I don't know, I feel like selling is out of my control, and I've never been good at it when it comes to me getting to the customers. Now, if I am to be working there and the customer is coming inside the store, I can sell left and right unintentionally because I have no intention of selling to you, but I love helping. And I know that that's the way to go about sales, but so when it comes to my stuff, I don't know what to do because I basically have to reach the customer. You know what I mean? And I've never done that in the sense of, I don't know, for it to be successful. I don't know. But it's been fun just having the booth and kind of like a guessing game. Does this work? Does that not work? Will this sell? Will that not sell? So I'm enjoying it for now. I just hope sales really pick up because honestly, that is kind of the point of having one. Otherwise, I'm just losing money and I don't like that because that's no fun. But anyways, so I got this at Goodwill. And I'm just putting in some Caviar by Dixie Belle and then just doing some stamps. And this time they're going to be white. I got this bow for $1. Can you believe that? I love it. And I didn't want to paint it completely. I just wanted to give it a light, I don't know, a light paint wash kind of thing. Like dry brush kind of. But I like how it turned out. And this is how the garland turned out. It's already in the booth. I added these lace strips that I had, and I really like it. I think it turned out super cute. It's in the shop. Let's see if it sells soon. I don't know. Every time I make a garland, I'm just like, will it sell? Will it sell? This is how this turned out. I added gold wax to this, and I think it just looks so cute. And yeah, and then we were getting ready for a workshop, and Carlos is making stools for the workshop. It turned out great. I loved how the workshop turned out, and this is how everything is displayed throughout my shop. Not my shop, my booth. My goodness, I had a weekend sale and it was a lot of fun. Well, I mean, I wasn't there, but everything was 10% off in my booth. So this is how the garland turned out, and yeah, I had a lot of fun. Hey, thank you for watching my video. If you haven't, subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, if you like this kind of content. And yeah, anyways, thank you for coming along the ride of the behind the scenes of Spiritual Livings, and I'll see you next time.